Even if you've never visited these famous ancient ruins, you know about them. And if you have visited them, you know they're also usually crowded, as must-see places often are. You're beside the Parthenon trying to imagine it painted in bright colors, as it was originally, while dodging tour group, led by flag-waving guides shouting facts. Although they are well worth visiting, here are 9 other trip-worthy ancient ruins, including several that may be new to you. 1. Rapa Nui National Park, Easter Island. Huge carved stone figures dominate the landscape here. These haunting statues, depicting ancestors of the Rapa Nui people, vary in height from 6 feet to 60 and were erected during the 10th to the 16th centuries. To see them, you'll need to travel to the most remote inhabited island on Earth. That isolation led to distinctive artistic traditions, which include petroglyphs and stone houses and caves. Covering 40% of the island, the park contains hundreds of statues. 2. Volubilis, Morocco. This 5,000-year-old city in North Africa was founded by the Berbers and later became a distant outpost of the Roman Empire. It was occupied for 10 centuries and various cultures mingled here, including Islamic and Christian. Given their isolation, climate, and long abandonment, the ancient ruins, including an aqueduct, thermal baths, and a triumphal arch are in good shape, despite earthquake damage. Especially noteworthy the mosaic floors in the House of Orpheus, the biggest of the excavated residences. 3. Chichen Itza, Mexico. A brilliant work of architecture and astronomy, the Pyramid of Kukulkan at Chichen Itza is so precisely engineered that on the vernal and autumnal equinoxes, the sun casts shadows that slither like snakes and seem to descend its stairways. Said to represent the plum serpent deity Kukulkan, the shadows return twice yearly to drink from sacred sinkholes known as cenotes. 4. Heart of Neolithic Orkney, Scotland. Scotland's Orkney Islands are rich in relics depicting life 5,000 years ago. You'll find the stones of Stenness, Meshal, Skara Brae, and the Ring of Brodgar, from monuments known as the Heart of Neolithic Orkney on the archipelago's largest island, mainland. These late Stone Age remnants are well preserved, due in part to their location. Older than Stonehenge and far less visited, the dwellings of Skara Brae have been called the Scottish Pompeii. Stenness, an early henge monument, resembles a modern sculpture installation. Meshau is a chambered mound tomb or sporting Viking graffiti, and Brodgar's large stone circle has 27 of the original megaliths still standing. 5. Ayutthaya, Thailand. Head for the historic capital of Ayutthaya, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Ayutthaya is a ghostly city of striking ruins and entangled wats, or temples, and prang, meaning reliquary towers. Brightly colored offerings contrast with the aging stones and brick. King Ramathibodi founded Ayutthaya in 1350. Located at the head of the Gulf of Siam, it was a trading center, with palaces and monasteries, one of the world's largest cities in its heyday. Ayutthaya was the capital of the Siamese kingdom until its destruction by the Burmese army in 1767. 6. Petra, Jordan. Petra flourished more than 2,000 years ago, trading with Rome as an equal before being abandoned after earthquakes in the 4th and 6th centuries CE. Now, visitors can walk down the long, narrow canyon of Thizikto, the city entrance as dramatic an approach as any to a tourist attraction. The canyon opens onto the carved facade of the treasury, Petra's most iconic site. From there, you can explore cliffside tombs, the street of facades, and an amphitheater hewn from living rock. The splendid old monastery sits atop a steep but rewarding climb. 7. City of Caral Soup, Peru. The ancient ruins of the sacred city of Caral Soup is the oldest civilization center in the Americas, dating back more than 5,000 years. It is located in a desert near the Soup River, north of Lima. Its 150 acres feature sunken circular plazas, a tall temple, and earth and stone dwellings, impressive architecture for a people who did not make ceramic pots. Peruvian archaeologist Ruth Shady Seidel began excavations in 1994, and they're making ongoing discoveries. Carla Soup's weather-worn pyramids were built before the famous Egyptian pyramids. 8. Ellora Caves, India. Nearly 3 dozen caves or temples were carved out of cliffsides during the 6th to 10th centuries. The basalt rock-cut structures showcase Buddhist, Hindu, and Jain cultures. Elaborate Hindu Cave 16, a freestanding temple hewn from solid rock, is dedicated to Lord Shiva and is twice the size of the Parthenon. The caves are 50 miles from the more famous Ajanta caves. 9. Axum, Ethiopia. Back when the Roman Empire was powerful, The kingdom of Aksum thrived in northern Ethiopia for some 10 centuries. The remains of this international trading center include palace ruins, royal tombs, and carved obelisks. The tallest obelisk still standing is carved to resemble a building and rises more than 60 feet. As with the Acropolis and other historical ruins looted by various conquerors, in the case of Aksum, Italian soldiers took an obelisk 1937 during their occupation of Ethiopia. It was returned in this century. Other valuable remnants: stone tablets with trilingual inscriptions in Greek, Sabina, and what was then the local language, Ge'ez.